Okay, I'm going to put a video together to show you how to go about putting one of these wine kits together. These are basically everything is in here that you need. All you need to do is to add water and a little bit of your time. You do need a few containers and buckets and things like that, and I will run through basically the minimum that you want to be sort of looking at getting really. But just to give you an idea, the wine kits generally make around about 28 bottles, something like that, and they range in price from £25, £80, £100, something like that. This one I make is about £45, and I've made this for a good couple of years. I must have made dozens of this particular kit, and it does for me. It's a nice taste. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, and we like it. So this is what I actually use. If you've caught the other video I did, you can see how I go about carbonating this once it's made in little plastic bottles there. But just to quickly show you what you get in the kit, this will take a couple of seconds, so I will speed this up to get inside the box, because this manufacturer puts so much glue on the lid of this. It's a nightmare to get in. So I mean, obviously they don't want the goods falling out in transit, but it's a bit overkill what they've done, so you do have to be a bit medieval in getting in the thing. So I'll speed this up. Okay, you can see it's properly welded in there. So we get the instructions in there, and we do get the yeast and some finings and all sorts of bits, but I'll show you that in a moment. Mainly in there you've got basically a big bag of grape juice, and that's it in the box. So grape juice around about 7.5 litres, something like that. The more expensive kits, you will get typically more grape juice in the kit, and then you need to add a little bit less water. I've tried £80, £90 kits, and there's not a massive difference that I've noticed. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but for the price, I think this is fine. So I'll just show you what you get in the actual kit. So this kit will do for a number of different types of wine, and depending on what type of wine kit it is you're making, you may be required to put in the oak chips. For the Sauvignon Blanc, you don't need the oak chips. So we've got 2 packs of finings. That's for the end, that's for clearing the wine, so we'll put that to one side. So what we're going to use today, the stabiliser, that again is for towards the end of the brewing process. So all we're going to use today is the bentonite, the white yeast, and the actual grape juice. Don't ask me what the bentonite does. I just know it's in the kit. It tells you when to put it in. It's pretty much idiot proof, and I'll show you what we need to do. Now, there is a lot of information in here about temperatures and what have you. I've managed to get this down fairly easy as regards the temperature of the water, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. But first, what we need to do, if you haven't already got one, you're going to need to get yourself a brewing bucket there. This is a 25 litre brewing bucket, and you're going to need a lid for that with an airlock. So the first thing we need to do is to get the grape juice into the brewing bucket, and I'll show you how to do that now. So these come with a plastic bung on the top, and they are pretty tight, so you do need to prise that off. So carefully, without managing to stick the screwdriver into my hand, there you go, let's pick that up. Okay, hold it by the neck and then tip the entire contents in. I should point out this brewing bucket has been sterilised. And what I'll just do is just put some warm water in that, just to to swill out the bag, then we're getting all the grape juice into there, and I'll come back in a moment. Okay, so we've just got a bit of warm water into the bag there, and we're just going to swirl that around so we get all the last bits of grape juice, and then we can pour that. There we go. Should just point out, this is the sterilising powder that you use. The instructions are on the back. It's dead straightforward, works pretty quick. It's around about, I don't know, £5–6 a tub, and it does the job grand. So that's what I use. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the other bits that you're going to need to pick up if you want to sort of get into this. You need a couple of these carboys. You can get these in plastic or you can get them in glass. I find for the amount of time it's going to be in, the plastic ones are absolutely fine. If you're talking about laying, you know, wines down in glass carboys for a long period of time, then perhaps the glass ones are a bit more, you know, geared up for that. This is a sort of 3–4 week wine kit, so it's not really going to be in here long enough to worry about getting a glass one. Plastic ones are a little bit cheaper, they are easier to work with, and the necks are generally a little bit wider, so they are a little bit easy to clean. So I would recommend you get a couple of these, and you will see later on in the video why you're going to need two, and you're going to need an airlock and a bung for the top there, but I'll show you that later on in the video. You're also going to need a siphon. It's about, I don't know, £20, something like that, and it's just an easy way of siphoning liquors from one container to the other container. What I have found is that this inner part of the siphon actually fits onto my my tap. It's a filter tap, Brita filter tap, and this will actually fit on the end, and it's really easy to fill this container with water. Just a word on the water. You can do it a few ways, straight from the tap. If you're going to do that, it's generally recommended to let the water sit for, you know, a good, I don't know, 6 hours, something like that. Let some of the chlorine come out of the water. I just use it straight from the Brita filter tap there, and I don't really have any problems with that. You can use bottled water if you want, but like I say, the whole point of making this is to get you some wine that's, you know, decent but also cheap. And you know, this kit works out, I don't know, around about £1.50, £1.60 a bottle, so it's peanuts, but it is good. So what we need to do now is we need to top up the grape juice in there to just over the 23 litre mark in the bucket. So I'll just show you how I do that with the inner part of the siphon. So that will go straight on the end of the tap. Okay, so we've got the siphon tube here. It's just a tube connected to the Brita tap. We're going to let the water flow into that, and we're going to fill this up to the 23.5 litre mark, something like that. Now, what the instructions tell us to do is to ensure that the temperature of this one, when it reaches the 23.5 litre mark, should be around about 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Now, I know through doing this numerous times that the way I can hit that temperature is by just tap cold water and a kettle full of just boiled water, and it's about 1.7 litres in there, something like that. So I'm not even going to check the temperature of this once it reaches that level. I know it's going to be right. So, and it's not mega critical anyway. It just wants to be around about that sort of temperature, and not be too far off. It just allows the yeast to start working at that particular temperature. So I'll just let this fill up, and I'll just speed the video up a little bit. Okay, so we're just over the 23 litre mark there. In fact, we are 23.5 litres. So that's as much as we need in there. Set that out of the way. Okay, you want to get yourself something to stir this up with. Give that a good mix in. Okay. And now we're going to sprinkle in the bentonite. Just leave that on the top and then we wait 15 minutes. Okay, that's been 15 minutes now. The bentonite has been sitting there, so we're going to give that a good stir in now. Okay, now it's just the yeast. So a little sachet of yeast. Sprinkle that onto the top. Okay. And just mix that in. Okay, so then it's just a matter of putting the lid on with your airlock. You put water in the airlock so that you can't get any air into the wine itself. So this is going to start giving off carbon dioxide, which is going to come up the airlock through the sort of water trap there and then be expelled, and there should be no oxygen within the wine, otherwise it's going to go bad. So it's just a case of just put that on now. Make sure that snaps down, and you're going to want to put that somewhere warm, perhaps somewhere near where there's a boiler or something. It wants to be around about 20-25 degrees, but no lower than 20. So that's going to go under my stairs where my gas boiler is, and it's around about 22 in there. It's perfect for brewing there, and that's going to stay for around about 6 or 7 days, something like that. At which point you can take readings with a hydrometer and things like that, but I don't find it's even necessary. I mean, all you need to do is wait a week, and then we'll go on to the next step. So I'll see you in a week.